Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. I'm still at home and I'm actually sitting in a very cozy, comfy spot in my house on my beanbag chair. So maybe you can find a comfortable spot so you can listen to this story. And this is Miss Emma's favorite story. We've read this before, Madeline, and I'm going to read it to you today. And do you remember? This is the Eiffel Tower. The story doesn't take place in Bangkok, it takes place in France. So I hope you can see the pictures okay. There's a little bit of a glare. Madeline. Madeline. Oh, and there she is. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines, you can see the vines covering the house, lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. So here are the 2 straight lines. 1, 2. Should we count them? Let's see if there's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In 2 straight lines, they broke their bread. Can everyone break their bread? Get your loaf of bread. And they brushed their teeth. Everyone brushed their teeth. And went to bed. Let's go to sleep. They smiled at the good. Can everyone smile at the good? And they frowned at the bad. What's going on in this picture? Looks like someone is stealing. Uh-oh. And sometimes they were very sad. Boo-hoo. They left their house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. Here's 1 straight line, 2. Sometimes in the rain or shine. The sun is shining down. The smallest little girl was Madeline. She was not afraid of mice. Looks like everyone else is afraid of mice. She loved winter, snow, and ice. To the tiger in the zoo, she just said, poo-poo. Is she afraid of the tiger? No. I love these pictures. And nobody knew so well how to frighten Miss Clavel. Who's Miss Clavel? Her teacher. What is she doing up here? Looks like she's not being very safe. She's frightening her teacher. In the middle of one night, Miss Clavel turned on her light, click, and said, oh, something is not right. What's not right? Little Madeline sat in bed and cried till her eyes were red. You see little Madeline? And soon after Dr. Kahn came, he rushed out to the phone. And he dialed DNA tone 106. Nurse, he said, it's an appendix. An appendix is a part of your body inside your body. And sometimes they can explode and hurt you, so you have to go to the doctor. Everybody had a cry. Not a single eye was dry. Madeline was in the doctor's arms in a blanket, safe and warm. So there's all of her friends. They're upset because Madeline is a little bit sick. In a car with a red light, they drove out into the night. Do you see the ambulance? Madeline woke up in 2 hours. 2 hours later, in a room with flowers. So sometimes if you go to the doctors, people will bring you flowers to say, get better, feel better. Madeline soon ate and drank on her bed, and there was a crank. There's the crank, and that's the nurse bringing her food. And a crack on the ceiling had the habit of something looking like a rabbit. There's the crack in the ceiling, and it looks a little bit like a bunny rabbit. Outside were birds, trees, and sky, and so 10 days passed quickly by. Do you think she is having fun staying in the hospital when it's sunny and beautiful outside? I don't know. I think she'd rather be outside playing than staying in her bed. Nobody likes it when they're sick. One nice morning when Miss Clavel said, "Isn't this a fine day to visit Madeline?" Are they taking a school bus? Visitors from 2 to 4 read a sign outside her door, tiptoeing with solemn faces, with some flowers and a vase. All of her friends are bringing her flowers to the doctors. In they walked and said, "Ah!" when they saw the toys and candy and the dollhouse from Papa. But the biggest surprise by far on her stomach was a scar. So look, she's showing all of her friends her little scar from her surgery. Goodbye, they said. We'll come again. And the little girls left in the rain. Bye-bye. When they went home and broke their bread, everyone break your bread. They brushed their teeth. And they went to bed. In the middle of the night, Miss Clavel turned on the light and said, "Oh, something isn't right." Afraid of a disaster, Miss Clavel ran fast and faster. And she said, "Please, children, do tell me what is troubling you." And all the little girls were crying. "What's wrong?" They cried, "Boo-hoo! We want to have our appendix out too." They all want to be with Madeline. "Good night, little girls. Thank the Lord you are well, and now go to sleep," said Miss Clavel. And she turned out the light, and she closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. The end. I hope you like that, boys and girls. Bye.